Hi, this is Sweet June. I'm coming back at you with another interesting video topic. Actually, this is going to be my job journey update video. As I told you in the last video, um, I just started a new job. I'm working at this assisted living slash AFC home, and um, it's been I've done my first 2 weeks. Just letting you guys know, giving you guys an update on how it's going. Uh, I love it. I love it. Now they have two parts to this home, and one part of it is like an assisted living type, and that's downstairs. Upstairs they have what they call an AFC home, adult foster care home. And here lately, she trained me for the upstairs part, um, and that's the part that I've been working in. They say that the staff working, they rotate the staff. Like some people get to work up there a couple nights a week, and some people will work downstairs with the other ones. The other residents require a little bit more care. In the assisted living part, they require a little bit more care. Some of them are total assist, so it's a little bit more fast paced. At night is slower pace, but it's a little bit more fast paced. But up where the part where I'm working is the AFC home, adult foster care, and it's a lot slower pace. I get to work independently. I get to work by myself, so I'm not dealing with a lot of coworkers, except for the occasional coworker that might come up and holler at me and ask how everything going or whatever. I'm not med trained yet. As I think I told you guys in the last video. The part of the requirement of the job, they want everyone to be med trained, and that's the only thing that I'm having an issue with. Is That's the only thing I'm having an issue with. I'm really not comfortable. Well, the first issue I'm having with that is um, passing meds is a nurse's job. It's a nurse's job, and when I worked at the other assisted living, it was actually optional. I mean, you took the if you wanted to be a med tech, you take the med training. It was like a 1 day class, and they paid you 50 cents extra to pass the meds as a med tech. They call them med techs. I said I wasn't doing it because it was a nurse's job, and you're not going to pay me, have me doing a nurse's job on an aide salary, because that's basically what they're doing. It's like you're doing a nurse's job on an aide salary, and I would have tried to get my at one time I was going to school, was trying to go to school for nursing. I would have tried to push through and tried to get my nursing degree for that. I mean, if I'm going to pass meds, so um, I have a little bit of an issue with that because, like I said, assisted livings are under different guidelines than nursing homes. Nursing homes, um, they are more required to have nurses on staff to pass the meds. Um, um, and the nurses' aides actually, I don't think, do that in a nursing home setting. They have actual nurses to do it. But assisted livings are in here in Michigan. I don't know how it is in other states, but here in Michigan, assisted livings are under different guidelines. They don't have to have a nurse on staff per se, and they can have um, their staff pass meds. You just have to go through a special training, but you don't have to be certified. You don't have to have a special. I was talking to one of my coworkers. She said she was actually certified to pass meds, that she got a state certification. I didn't know that they even certified for that. And I said, well, do you get paid more money? She said, no. I said, well, so you don't have to be state certified to pass meds in an assisted living facility. Go figure. Um, and like I said, the other assisted living that I worked at, they had certain people that did it, that chose to do it. And if you didn't want to do it, you didn't have to. And so, but now it's like she said that it's a requirement. They require everyone to be med trained. And so I'm having an issue with that because I'm like, I'm not comfortable with passing meds. I'm not a nurse. When you go to nursing school, you have to actually take specific courses. I think you have to take a pharmaceutical course, some type of pharmaceutical course to educate you on the different medications and everything and what they do or whatever like that. And so you get more in depth training when you go to nursing school. But here, like when you work for assisted living, they just basically give you the basics. And they said it was a week long train. It was like a week long training. They're gonna train me for a week. And but I just right now there's I mean, it's a huge liability. I mean, if a pill comes up missing on your watch, um, you could be you could lose your job. You can be fired. You can be fired over um, uh, uh, if the era is serious enough, you can lose your job. And in some cases, you can be prosecuted when you're dealing with narcotics. And so, there's not many meds to pass on the floor that I work on, and I work at night, so it's not many meds to pass. But it's just the principle of the thing. It's um, like I say, it's a huge liability, and I'm nervous about it, and I'm not feeling comfortable with it. But it's a part of the job. It's a requirement of the job. It's like I have to go through this med training, and I just don't understand why I don't have certain people to do the meds. But that that's this requirement of the job. That's the only problem that I'm having with this only issue that I'm having with this job. But other than that, I love it. I love it. If the part that I'm eventually they're gonna want me to train downstairs eventually, and I'm trying to get real cool with the with the director. The director, she's real cool. She's real cool. She's easygoing. She's very approachable. I actually liked her when I went to the interview. We kind of hit it off. So I'm gonna get real cool with her. Get a good rapport going with her. Maybe she'll show me a little, kindness and put me up there more because we're supposed to rotate. But one thing that goes in my favor is that yeah, it's a lot of younger ladies that's working there. So the one thing that does go in my favor is that there's not a lot of people that like to work up there at night because they say it's too slow paced. The time goes by too slow. But I love it. I'm getting older. I don't have as much energy as I used to. Um, I still have a little bit of a back issue, even though since I've lost the weight, it's a lot better. I have to be careful with my lifting and stuff that I can't do too much lifting because I can feel the pull in my back. And so, it physically it would be better for me to be up on that floor because, I'm not dealing with a lot of people that's a total assist. Um, and I love it because there's no co-workers. I don't have to. I'm kind of away from the drama. I get to work by myself. I like working by myself. I do cleaning. They have a cleaning list. I don't have a problem with the cleaning. I just pace myself throughout the night. I do things at my own pace. I don't have a supervisor looking over my shoulder saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. I love it. I love it. I can pace myself and I love it. I love it. I love it. A lot of the ladies don't like it because it's too slow paced. They don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have a problem with not having anybody to talk to. Every now and then, a couple ladies, one of the ladies will come up and so how's it going and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, but I love it. I love it. I love it. It is a lot of downtime. But and it's a little bit of I have to get my body has to adjust being up all night, even though I am a night person. Usually my shift is from 11 to 7, so I'm cool until about 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning hits, I start getting drowsy. And of course, there's I don't know of any jobs that want you sleeping on the job. She said that no, there's no sleeping on the job. Well, I don't know of anybody that wants you to sleep on the job, so that's understandable. But I'm still trying to go through an adjustment phase. But when I get drowsy, I just kind of get up and, go do something, you know. But I'm straight until like 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock hits, it starts to kick in. My body be like, shouldn't you be laying down? So I have to actually get up and start walking around, maybe doing something. Um, and then I the adrenaline kind of kicks in, and you know I can kind of keep going. But other than that, I love it. It's I'm still trying to adjust to the third shift. Um, Yep. Other than that, I love it. But it's going great so far, so good. Knock on wood. But it's going great. I love it. I love it. I think I'm gonna like it. They have a big turnover rate right now. Young ladies, when you're dealing with young ladies, they don't have too much of a good work ethic, and so, but I love it. Other than the med situation, I love it, and so I'm just giving you guys an update on how everything is going. So far, so good. I'm pretty much got to know my residents that I'm working with, so I'm getting more familiar with them, so that's good. Um, just giving you guys an update on how everything is going. In about another 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be giving you guys another update. I'll let you guys know how my med training is going. Like I said, I'm a little uneasy. I'm a little nervous about doing it, but it's a part of the job. So the only thing I can do is pray about it, and hopefully, um, I pray about it. That's all I can do is make it a matter of prayer. So I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm just anytime you're dealing with this, it's such a huge liability. It just makes me nervous, but I think I'll be okay. Okay, well, I got some more interesting topics coming up. Like, subscribe, share. Stay tuned. This is Sweet You.